Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. Welcome to a presentation on the Extended French program as well as the Core French program here at St. Aloysius Gonzaga. My name is Madame Fiorelli, and together with Madame Barafato, Mademoiselle Finelli, Monsieur Lee, Madame Milkos, Mademoiselle Paul, Madame Pelliciotta, and Madame Russo, we make up the Modern Language Department here at St. Aloysius Gonzaga. With regards to, I guess, the most pressing question I'm sure most parents and students have, it's with regards to the Dufferin Peel Secondary Extended French eligibility. Who is eligible? Who can actually be part of our program? Who feeds into our school? How many hours of instruction are needed? All of those questions will be answered at the end of this PowerPoint presentation. But first and foremost, what you need to know is that the Extended French program is for students that are currently enrolled in an Extended French program, which starts at grade 5, a full immersion program from grade 1, or Francophone students. There are no exceptions to these eligibility requirements. It comes down to a ministry mandated number of hours of instruction. With regards to Peel students that are part of the late immersion program, meaning that you went into immersion in grade 7 and 8, what is important to know is that yes, you do indeed acquire the minimum amount of hours required for the program, but going to the slide, you will notice that in the second bullet, the hour of instructions that a Dufferin Peel student who's in the regular Extended French program, who has begun the Extended French classes in grade 5, has by the end of grade 8 already received and acquired 1,900 hours. When you're comparing that to a student from a late immersion program from Peel in grade 7 and 8, although the minimum hour of instructions is 1,260, and you have received as many hours as needed, it's important to note that there is quite a difference between those immersion students or late immersion students and the Dufferin Peel Extended French program students, or any other Extended French program for that matter. So it's something to consider as we are finding that students that are feeding into or are deciding to come to Gonzaga are actually finding it a little bit more challenging than most of the Extended French students. With regards to those feeder schools, one of the biggest questions is with regards to the boundaries and eligibility in terms of St. Aloysius Gonzaga. I remind you that only Extended French programs, French immersion programs, or Francophone students are actually, once again, eligible to attend our school. And in addition to that, you must be within our boundaries. I am pretty sure that Mr. O'Grady has addressed the boundary map and requirements in his presentation. So I refer you back to that. And will mention that for parents that are interested in seeing whether or not they are indeed within our boundaries, a visit to the Stopper website and simply inputting your address will give you that information as well in terms of the boundary requirements for Gonzaga. Within the Extended French program, 7 courses are needed to obtain an Extended French certificate. This is not a bilingual certificate, but rather a certificate of completion. The 7 courses that will be taken in French are as follows. In grade 9, a language course as well as a Canadian geography course. In grade 10, a language course as well as a Canadian history course. In grade 11, a language course as well as a world religion course, and finally in grade 12, just a language course, as many students are already beginning to specialize in different subject matters in anticipation of post-secondary university or college. The language courses that are going to be administered are not only language courses in terms of grammar, but there will be in grade 9 and 10 at least two literary works that will be read in class, and in grade 11 and 12, three in each. And therefore, students will be exposed to reading, writing, presentations that are oral, as well as listening exercises that are oral. In order to ensure success in the Extended French program, students are expected to be responsible and therefore completing homework, being aware of when evaluations will take place, what requirements are needed in order to complete those evaluations successfully. They also need to be organized. They need to respect the due dates that are given with regards to evaluations. They also must be self-disciplined and self-regulate so that if they do at some point have problems or need additional help with regards to certain aspects of the course, they need to seek out that extra help. They also need to be critical, so they need to have that thinking and questioning, critical thinking that is necessary to be successful in some of the evaluations that will take place. And ultimately, they need to be independent learners that also are introspective in terms of their learning and their education. A quick aside with regards to the Core French program, which is just the regular French program for students who have classically had 20 to 40 minutes of French a day. There are four courses that are available here at St. Aloysius Gonzaga, grade 9 through to grade 12, but most grade 8 students are looking at a grade 9 course because it is compulsory, and it is the only one that is compulsory in order to receive a diploma. That grade 9 course can be taken at the academic or applied level, and there should be some clarification with regards to this. Academic versus applied, students should be making this decision together with their parents as well as their grade 8 French teachers. And we encourage all of you to select an appropriate path to ensure success based on the input and the advice of teachers, but as well as your parents and the students themselves in order to place the students properly within these two levels. Both programs are comparable in curriculum, however, their delivery and the pace of the delivery of the curriculum is different. In order to allow students to decide whether or not they have been placed or chosen the correct level, both the academic and applied courses here at Gonzaga have a review period where similar curriculum is being reviewed, and therefore would allow a student who might find him or herself in the academic stream to perhaps decide together with parents and counselors to take French at the applied level if academic seems to be a little difficult, and vice versa as well for applied level students who find that it is a little easy and would like to challenge themselves a little more and take the academic. With a 2 to 3 review period, 2 to 3 week review period, that allows students to easily transition from academic to applied or vice versa. In terms of both the extended and the core French programs, what it needs to be understood, especially at the extended level, is that we are looking for competency in four different areas. We need oral oral, written, and reading competency. And therefore, all of our evaluations are over a period of 4 days and actually will tackle each one of these competencies. In terms of practicing and making sure in grade 8 that your oral competency is up to the level that it needs to be, you need to understand that here at Gonzaga, teachers speak French 100% of the time in class at all times, and also expect students to respond to them in French 100% of the time in class. Therefore, if you are currently not speaking French in your grade 8 classes, if you are not producing oral presentations that are spontaneous and not rehearsed and memorized, if you are writing currently for your grade 8 French class, but you're heavily relying on technology and translators, or if you are not reading French books or literature with great ease, these are all areas that perhaps you can now concentrate on more, knowing that here at Gonzaga, we will actually be evaluating each and every one of these competencies through listening exercises, through spontaneous oral tasks, through in-class written tasks where translators and technological devices will not be permitted, and in comprehension style tests where students will have to read a passage and answer higher level of thinking questions, not just knowledge-based questions with regards rather to that passage. Finally, with regards to courses that are needed to graduate, the requirements stipulate that 1 credit must be attained in French. And this, I guess, would be a message to extended French students that your grade 9 extended French course would fulfill this requirement. And of course, an academic or an applied level core class for the core students would also fulfill this requirement. With students that are not going to be continuing in French in the core program, please be aware that whether you receive an applied or academic course or credit rather, it will not impact any future courses that you will take at the academic level, nor will it be detrimental in any way to university or college entrances. For the extended French program students, it is important to note that 2 of your 3 grade 10, 11, or 12 courses will actually be fulfilling a requirement from group 1, 2, or 3. Not all 3 of them can fulfill all 3 of these group requirements, but 2 of your courses can be used towards fulfilling these additional 3 group requirements. And that is good news because oftentimes extended French students felt a bit penalized with regards to taking extended French. So the good news is that they actually will fulfill these 2 of these 3 requirements. With regards to either of the programs here at St. Aloysius Gonzaga, should you require any additional information, please do not hesitate in contacting guidance in order to receive any clarification. And just a message from all of the teachers here at Gonzaga for the grade 8 students. We are happy to have you. We are excited to see you next year. We just ask that you continue to work diligently and to constantly speak in French and practice as much as you can with regards to the points that we brought up during the presentation. Although grade 9 is a transitional year, at first you may find it a little challenging. But after a couple of evaluations and understanding how the program works, most students are very happy with their results at the end of grade 9 and are happy that they continued with the extended French program. And once again, we look forward to seeing you all in class September 2021.